Hello, our Jeunesse family and all of our Zen Health champions. Mark McDonald here, and I'm so excited for our expo11 Masterclass. Now, we kicked it off with some power last night at Expo, and we talked about some adventures that you're going to take it on. I'm in my adventure gear because we've been doing an adventure series. And what's so cool about this Masterclass is two of my dearest friends, two of my mentors, my gurus, are part of this class. And you're not just going to learn about the power of Zen, the plan, the products, the community. You're going to learn about really how to take this movement and share it in your world, how to build your Jeunesse business with Zen. So I want to introduce one of my dearest friends. When we talk about food medicine, I call her Dr. M, but what do you pronounce? How do you pronounce your name?
Montserrat Rodriguez.
Ooh, she does that so much better than me. Now, Dr. M came all the way from Miami, but we have much respect for someone right here, Joanne, live from Singapore, 5 a.m. there, and she is ready to share her magic. Joanne, are you ready?
Absolutely.
So I want you to buckle down. I want you to move throughout these 45 minutes, activate the chat, because it's going to be 45 minutes of power. You're going to get powerful knowledge. You're going to learn about the plan, the products, the community, and exactly the difference we're making in the world of Zen throughout Jeunesse and what you can do in 2020 to finish strong and take on 2021 like the champion you are. So you're going to hear from Dr. M in about 15 minutes. See you soon.
See you.
So I want you to think about, what is your moment right now and why does your health matter? You know, with all the challenges we've had with COVID, it's hard. You know, for the past 6 months, you know, so my first flight was 2 days ago, or yesterday actually. In 6 months, I flew back from Peru. I was about to go Brazil. Everything got shut down. And what I've had to realize over these last 6 months, which is why I'm on my adventure gear, is that your health is an adventure. We've been able to spend 65 days camping on the road, still working, still doing Zoom, still inspiring, but living our life. And that's what I want you to think about right now, starting today, September 11th. I want you to draw your line in the sand and realize that your health has never been more important. And this journey that we're taking on today and through all of Expo is going to take you to a level you've never been. And part of that for you to win is our first ever Katie Jones, the incredible events team, the marketing team of Jeunesse Global, some of the hardest working people I've ever known. We had an idea. How do we fuel people? As I've been partnering with Jeunesse since 2015, as I've traveled the world, people have come to me and say, Mark, how do we learn how to eat during an event? We created the first ever Zen Expo food, fitness, and recipe guide. You can download it in the J-Mobile app under the Event Center. And the fun thing is that I focused on working with 14 contributors from every market of Jeunesse from around the world, bringing their magic. Dr. M and Joanne, they brought some special recipes just for you. But I want you to dive into this. I want you to enjoy and understand that this is just the beginning. Use this booklet to win the rest of the weekend. And then as you start your next Zen chapter, it's going to start on Monday. In addition, who's ready to sweat? I want you to move your body right now. I want you to stand up. I want you to have some fun because DJ Rancan and I are taking this virtual Zenergize around the world. We're going to have diamond, double diamond, triple diamond leaders leading on the stage with us, and we're going to be streaming to you. We start at 7:45 a.m. Stephanie Sharpboard from Virginia is going to be doing an 8-minute warm-up for you. Then Petra Smeltzer, Yoda, I'm a Star Wars fan there. Yoga Guru is going to focus on really getting your body flexible. At 8 a.m., we hit it hard. It's going to be high intensity. It's going to be 60 seconds on, 60 seconds recovery. But I want you to realize that if you're a moderate level of health, maybe you want a high intensity. We're going to have different levels for everybody. And maybe you're not working out at all. We talk about 1%. And I'm going to end this masterclass talking about 1%. But I want you to think about this. If you're not working out right now, I want you to show up. You can just march in place for the entire workout because that's way better than not showing up. See, you can never change the world without showing up. So make this Sunday the moment that you say, I'm going to become the superhero that I'm meant to be. I'm the health champion, and I'm coming as energized. I want you to think about, as we take on this journey together, about what you're fighting for. You know, the family that you're seeing there, many of you know I talk about my family all the time. You know, that's my wife, Abby, our 5-year-old daughter, Hope, and then we look at our son, who's 15. They're my everything. I've talked about my wife, Abby, about what I'm fighting for. every single day. She's a person I met in 1993. I looked across the room at Cal State Northridge. I said, that's the girl I'm going to marry. I never even talked to her. Took me a couple conversations to get the nerve. She agreed to go on a date with me, but she's my everything. See, it reminds me of what I'm fighting for. Because the picture you're seeing is me and my son Hunter at Star Wars Land at Disney World, before we were wearing masks, before COVID, and we were doing our lightsaber war. But the other picture is me and my dad. When my dad was 48, just like I am now, and I was 15 years old, just like Hunter is in that picture. See, that was the last photo that I remember my dad being able to do what he wanted to do. When he turned 49, when he turned 50, when he turned 51, his health began to deteriorate. And over 25 years, I saw him struggle to live the life he destined to live for. The dad that I remember growing up with. He couldn't play sports with me. He was in pain all the time. He had horrible digestive challenges. And I think about my family. I think about what I go through to be the father I want to be. See, your health isn't about looking amazing in clothes. If you want that, that's great. Your health is about being the person you want to be. I want to lift up my 5-year-old baby girl, and I want to be the best father I can be. I want to have a conversation with my wife, Abby, at the end of a hard day. And I want to be able to play tennis with my son, who's 15 and getting stronger by the day, so that I can be the person he admires and wants me to be. See, I know what I'm fighting for. When my dad passed away a few years ago, basically 2 weeks after we launched Zen in March 2016, I made a commitment to myself, to my family, that I will do everything that I can do in the world to inspire people to be their best. I raised my game, and that's what I'm asking you to do. This is Expo 11. With COVID challenges, it's never been more important. I want you to dig deep. I want you to realize that why your health matters and get clear on what are you fighting for. And when you look at those pictures every day, whatever your pictures are, you can be your best. You can live your greatest health. And this is why we created Zen. We talk about a plan. We talk about products. We talk about a community. See, you need to be educated to win with your food. You need cutting-edge products to fill your nutritional gaps. And when the tough days come, you need a community. See, that's the heart of the movement we have with Zen. Everyone wants to live healthier. Everybody wants to feel better. But we created something that lets people get educated, get empowered, and live their health as a family. There's 3 questions I want you to ask yourself for the rest of your life when it comes to food. Number 1, is the program I'm doing based on the science of my body? Number 2, can I do it for the rest of my life? Can I make this a lifestyle? And number 3, would I put a kid or teenager on it? I have a 5-year-old baby girl, Hope, and a 15-year-old son, Hunter. We want to feed them like champions. They should be eating like we are. Families should eat together. And when we move into this is why this visual, the 3 layers of nutrition, is the foundation of our program. It's a foundation of Jeunesse. Number 1, it's about finding whole foods that work for you. Your proteins, your fats, your carbohydrates that help you win. But we live busy lives. You need to fuel consistently. When you skip a meal, your blood sugar drops, and that makes your body burn muscle, makes you overeat the next meal and store fat. So you need those gap filler foods, those grab-and-go foods. This is why we made Zen Fuse. And then we talk about your macro and your micronutrients, your vitamins, your minerals, your antioxidants. No matter how great you are with your food, there's always gaps. So layer 3 is about filling those gaps with performance and essential supplementation so you win. When you think about this, and I look at the 3 layers of nutrition, it's all about a tower. Our goal with Zen, our goal with Jeunesse is to make your body a tower, strong, so that you can understand what you're fighting for, win with your health, and become your best. Not in just your 20s or your 30s, but when you're 40, you're 50, you're 60, you're 70, you feel like the warrior that you are. And then we move into the plan. And I want everyone to say plan. At your home right now, I want you to shout out plan. Whatever language it is, I know we're in 21 different languages right now. Whether it's American cuisine, Latin American cuisine, Italian cuisine, German cuisine, Chinese cuisine, Portuguese cuisine, Brazilian cuisine. We have 28 different Zen groups, 28 different languages, and it's all teaching people how to win with their food. The program that we created was Zen, whether it's Zen 28, which is a 4-week plan, whether it's Zen Project 8, which is an 8-week plan, the same program, teaching you how to eat the foods you love and balance your blood sugar. And this is what matters. When we see blood sugar, I just want you to think about every movement. So when you raise your hand, when you run in place, when you feel your heartbeat, when you hug the person you love, you need an energy source called ATP. Every time you skip a meal, your blood sugar drops. When your blood sugar drops, your body burns muscle. Now, you might say, Mark, I'm not hungry ever. Well, if you're not hungry, it means your metabolism is shut down. We got to get you fueling. And then that next meal, you don't crave protein or fat. You crave carbohydrates because glucose is what makes your ATP in your body. So whenever you skip a meal, you then crave, you then overeat, and you store fat. Slowly and steadily, you slow down your metabolism. We created Zen not to use food to lose weight, but food to create hormonal balance, to educate you on how to eat your foods in a delicious way, clean foods, and set yourself up to win. And we did it with 3 steps. And this is why I want everyone right now in the chat, at home, I want you to type in the number 3. There's 3 steps I'm going to ask every single one of you to commit to right now as you're watching us live. Number 1, I want you to cut. We're going to cut the foods that bloat you. All that inflammation, the gluten, which is that complex protein that gives breads that elasticity that we love, that chewiness, but it's not great for your gut. We're going to cut the gluten. We're going to cut the refined sugar. We're going to cut the sodium. Every gram of sodium, salt, holds on to 3 to 4 water molecules. We're going to cut the soda. Now, you might think, well, Mark, diet soda is better than regular soda. It is, but it's still full of a ton of chemicals. Alcohol. I don't want to like a revolution here. I'm not saying you can't drink forever, but I want you to really think about cutting these foods. We're going to cut out the garbage, and then we're going to focus on adding clean foods and clean products. The clean foods are going to be based upon in our Zen 28 and Zen Project 8 booklets and the Ignite and Detox page. You're going to see, you're going to follow the food list. Your clean proteins, your chicken, your fish, your beef, your eggs. If you're a vegetarian, we can bring in the Greek yogurt. We can bring in cottage cheese. We bring in the fat, your avocados, your nuts, your nut butters, your seeds. And then when we move right into when we focus on the carbohydrates, we're going to look at your fruits, your vegetables, your grains. I want you to really think about how can you eat clean foods that you enjoy based upon the recipes. And then we're going to focus on flushing. And flushing is all about getting rid of the junk. It's simply drinking water. Women, I want you to drink about 2 to 3 liters a day throughout the day. Men, about 3 to 4 liters. We're going to cut the foods that bloat us. We're going to add the clean foods and Zen Body and Joanne products to cleanse our body. And then we're going to flush out the toxins. So that's the plan. Now, Wednesday night on our Facebook page at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to dive into the deep science of the program and the product. So tune in for that 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Zen Facebook page. This is our high level. But the Zen Body products, why did we create them? And I'm going to give you a bit of high level from the point of why these 4 products make such a difference. As we finish 2020 strong, these are the products. But 2021, we have a new Zen Fit. We're getting ready to launch. We have some new products. I'm not going to announce the new products yet, but I want you to know we are only getting stronger. Zen Fuse, to me, is about balancing your body. We created it to help balance your body. We talk about how this program is designed to help balance your blood sugar with a protein blend. And I want you to type in the number 2 right now. There's 2 types of protein. There's fast-acting protein and slow-acting protein. Fast-acting, slow-acting. The fast-acting protein helps feed your muscle. The slow-acting protein helps slow down the rate of digestion. This 21-gram combo of this protein is what allows your body to really stay balanced. In addition, I want everyone to stand up, rub your belly, rub your intestines. You have probiotics, live bacteria in the large intestine that helps keep you regular. In Zen Fuse, you have 5 strains of live probiotics, over 1 billion probiotics to help keep your digestive system healthy. We added 5 grams of fiber. The fiber helps slow down digestion and helps keep you regular. And Zen Fuse right here, this little baby, is a perfect balance of PFC, protein, fats, and carbohydrates. This is the shake that I've worked 21 years to make. And it's the greatest shake. It's a shake that I love with all of my heart, and it's a shake that I truly believe changes people's lives. Now, that's our start. That's our foundation. But what about Prime? What about Shape? What about Fit? So Prime is about digestion. Our Zen Prime is right here, and it's all about digestion. It's the hottest moving product in the world of Zen right now. And why? It does 3 things for you. Number 1, it has herbal diuretics that flushes out all those toxins. So as you're rocking the plan, it gives you that little boost. Number 2, it has digestive enzymes that help break down your macronutrients, your protein, fats, and carbohydrates. And number 3, 99% of what you eat goes through your liver. What this little baby does, Zen Prime, it helps clean out, detoxify your liver. So this is your digestion powerhouse. So Fuse is about balance, Prime is about digestion. Many people say to me, I was talking to Yvonne, great double diamond, great friend, works with Joanne all the time. Mark, what if someone doesn't want to cut, clean, and flush right now? If that's you, if you're saying, this is new to me, Mark, it's a lot, where do I start? You get a Fuse, you get a Prime. It's this simple. You start doing 1 to 2 shakes a day, you take your Prime, 30 minutes, one or two tablets a day before a meal. You make a shake or you use one of the recipes, and you start there. See, this is about you changing forever. It's not about 4 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks. It's about you drawing that line in the sand and realizing where you're going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. You start where you're ready. I want you to know that we have the program, we have the products, and we have the community to support you every step of the way. So Prime is digestion. Then you have Zen Shape, which is right here. Zen Shape is about appetite balance. It's not just about appetite. We don't inhibit appetite. You have leptin and ghrelin. Leptin when you're hungry, leptin when you're satisfied, ghrelin when you're hungry. Zen Shape helps balance your hormone leptin to keep you satisfied. In addition, it creates this thermogenic environment so you burn more body fat just by standing, by talking. So it increases your metabolic speed. And then Zen Fit. Everyone make a muscle. More muscle, faster metabolism. And that's the power that we're focusing on. The more muscle you have, the stronger your body. ZenFit is 9 essential amino acids to protect and restore your lean body mass. In about a few months, wait till you see the next version of ZenFit. It is going to be pure power. That's our Zen line. Now, all of the Jeanette's products I love. 2 that are great that we work in, we don't get enough antioxidants, so I take 3 Reserve a day. They just fill those gaps when you're not getting 15 servings of fruits or veggies. And then my brother, Dr. G. Papa, created the greatest multivitamin, next level of multivitamin mineral in AM, PM. I do my 3 a.m. in the morning, my 3 p.m. at night. So Wednesday night, we're going to dive into the science of Zen products, and guess who's joining me? Dr. G. Papa. And he's going to dive into the science of AM, PM and how they connect with Zen. So that's the plan. That's the products. And I want you to say community. I'm about to bring Dr. Montserrat on, and you're going to hear how she has made the difference with Zen in her community. Then Joanne's going to follow Dr. M and talk about her power. I want you to know why community matters. You know, if you know me, you know I'm heart. And my wife, Abby, she's just everything to me. And my life, times have been amazing when I was young, and times were tough. And whenever I had that tough moment, whenever things weren't where I wanted them to be, she's my corner person. Not everyone has a corner person. People struggle. We created communities all throughout the world to help you win. You understand the plan. You can win with your products, but the community is there for you. The community drives you. The community inspires you. And when you're having a tough day, when you need the hug or the love, virtually or in person, the community has your back. It takes all 3. You need to get educated. You need the right products to fill your gaps, to build your tower of nutrition. And you need support. This picture here was from our last Energized workout in Brazil, right before COVID. And when we looked at that, 4,000 people. At 7 a.m., there were 1,000 people in line in Brazil. And if you're Brazilian, I know all my Brazilians are watching right now. If you're Brazilian, coming at 7 a.m., that's early for Brazil. Usually starts a little later. But that's the power of community. This is from Australia, the Tower, Angela Lucente, my dear friends, one of the greatest leaders in Australia. This is what community is all about. And that's what I want you to think about. As you take on this master class, we're only just beginning right now. Now, you understand the Planned Products community. But I want you to gear up. I want you to move your body, because you're now going to learn the power and the science of how you take this knowledge and create the difference within your Jeunesse business. And that's why it's an honor to introduce, when I talk about power, Joanne and Dr. M. And Dr. M, I met her at Jeunesse headquarters. And the moment I heard her talk, she inspired me. She has taught me so much. She is my guru. She is one of my mentors. I trust her. She's a recipe phenom, and she believes that your medicine, your food is your medicine. So without further ado, if you're watching this right now, virtually stand up, you activate the chat, and standing ovation for my dear friend, Dr. Montserrat, Dr. M.
Oh my gosh, Mark.
Aha! Dr. M, this is you.
Oh, geez.
You're going to hear from Dr. M, then Joanne, and then we're going to close with some power. So don't go anywhere. The show is just getting started. Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Hello, my Jeunesse family around the world. Oh, I'm almost tearing up with Mark's presentation. And I want you to know that I'm very thankful and I feel blessed to be here. But I need to express my gratitude to my friend, my coach, my guru, the one and only Mark McDonald. I also want to say thank you to the corporative team in Jeunesse, because this is a great opportunity. And today I'm going to talk to you about two things. One is why I choose Jeunesse as my lifestyle, my family and my patient lifestyle too. And the other conversation we are going to have is about how to build up a strong and a successful community. Did you know that most of the death causes around the world are preventable? Yes. We are basically killing ourselves because we are making bad choices in our lifestyle. And I know that not only because I see it every day with my patients, but because I was there in that bad place once long time ago. I was part of those tragic numbers. And you can see it here in the picture. I was working as a doctor, helping my patients to be healthier, to get a better health, but I was at the same time fighting my own battle with overweight, with diabetes, with a lot of conditions that made me feel very bad, but also very frustrated and emotionally very, very drained because I felt that I wasn't honest. I wasn't giving the best example for my family, for my daughters, for my patients. That's why I decided to change things. Because you know what? Life is about choices. And I started to change everything. I started to eat healthier, to work out harder. I started to change my mindset about my meals and my relationship with my food. And it turned out good. I mean, I'm very happy and proud of my success, my transformation. But I have to confess you something. It was painful. It was difficult. Because by that moment, I didn't have what you have now, guys. Because you have the power of Zen. I didn't have any products. I didn't have any coach. I didn't have any community. I was on my own. And that is not the best way to do this. So that's why when I came to Jeunesse, I loved all the products. I was in love with every single concept, you know, the YES system, the synergy between all of the products. But definitely what caught my attention was the Zen products, the line Zen. Because I knew that Zen was giving this missing piece puzzle to help people to have a healthier life. And I was related with that concept. And why Zen offered that? Because Zen brings simple solutions for a very complex problem. And I've been working with people that is struggling with their health all the time. But you know what? This is like so easy. When I saw it, it was like, wow, it blew my mind because it's like I've been working with so many different things and this was absolutely crystal clear for me. First, we have high quality products. And as a doctor and as a customer, believe me that I know what I'm talking about because I've been trying everything. We also have a structured program. We have a plan. We have a GPS, guys. It's like, okay, I'm going to walk from here to there, and I know how to do it, when to do it, and what I'm going to do when I get there. That is very important. We also have education. We are here educating ourselves. We are learning from the best, from the doctors, from the experts, from the teamwork, the teamwork mates, for your leaders. So this is a great opportunity. And every concept that you have here is updated and is also available for you 24/7. We develop and we believe in accountability because once you are the owner of your destiny, of your life. Once you shape your program, then you have to stick with it, and you have to be very disciplined, and you have to learn others to follow your steps. In Zen, we do not believe in easy solutions. I mean, we have to work hard, you know what I mean? Because what easy comes, easy goes. And lifestyles comes to stay with us. Zen is going to be with us for the rest of our lives, because they are offering the real deal. We are transforming our life from inside out through the program, and that we have to keep it with us for the rest of our lives. Also, the system is duplicable. How wonderful thing, because while you are working on your own, you are also helping other people to bring with you and to build up together a healthier and better life. Now I'm going to talk to you about how did I build my community. I have a wonderful and beautiful community, and all of us are very successful. First, we use communication as our master tool, because we are living in a world that is absolutely global. And we are in partnership with a company that is present in more than 140 countries. So we have to take advantage of that, guys. Whatever you want, either it's in video calls, Zoom, Facebook, FaceTime, it doesn't matter. You have to communicate with the rest of the world, because this is the core of your success. We also need to bring our team and help them to understand the program, because it's very complete, it's very clear, it's amazing. But it's like, when you have to program your GPS, you have to show them how to do it. We have a plan, follow the instructions. We have the best products in the world. Try to be in contact with them, to show them, to try them, and of course, integrate them to the community, because the community is what gives us the power. It's like the glue that is going to keep us together, connected, working harder and working better. So that is another important thing. I also bring passion to everything that I do, and I invite you to do the same, because passion is like the energy that is going to help you to move forward. And I told you already, this is a never-ending journey, and we need to be passionate about every step of the way. Einstein once said that he wasn't the smarter guy, but he was passionate, curious. What powerful statement. Enjoy your success, because we need to feel that everything that we have achieved is duplicable first, and secondly, is going to stay with us. When you are successful, you open a new world for you, and you feel so powerful, and you want to help other people. And remember, out there is a community that is craving for help, to be healthier, to be better, and we have a solution. We have fun, and this is non-negotiable. Look at other part of my team. We have all the time a lot of activities that we bring it to our work team to make this schedule a little bit more easy. We do workout parties, we do cooking parties, we do makeup parties. So you can do a lot of things, but always do it with a smile in your face. Of course, we have a secret ingredient. Every one of you have a secret ingredient. Talent is our secret ingredient. And when you are working on a team, each one of them has something to put into the plate. And you know what? Talent wins games, but teamwork wins championships. And you are the champions of this movement. And of course, share the good news, because this is so important, so beautiful, so powerful, that is not fair that you keep it to yourself, because this is supposed to be a lot of a helping, a helping movement for a lot of people out there. One doctor told me once that I will be an obese and a diabetic person because of my genes. So don't let anybody to let you to write your destiny, not even your genes. Because you know what? You have the power to change everything, because you can make the right choice. And remember that life is about choices. Some of them are good and you are proud of them. Some of them you are very, very embarrassed because of what you did. Some of them are going to haunt you forever. but you are what you choose to be. So choose to be smarter, healthier, happier, and successful with Jeunesse and with the Zen movement. Come back here, Mark. I'm so excited.
That is some power right there. So I love the have fun, and you have the power to be your champion. Listen, I just saw the chat, and it is blowing up. So if you love Dr. M, if you're excited for the Zen Masterclass, if you're ready to draw your line in the sand and take it to the next level, I want you to type in 100 in the chat. I want you to share love for Dr. M, because she brings some power. But let's keep this show rolling, because we have some Singapore flavor coming in right now. And Joanne Teo, the creator of Food Magic, she has just brought in this energy to me. And she brings in such passion in every word she says. And I remember meeting with Joanne when we were in Singapore, and we were talking, and she's all, I have this vision, Mark. And we did the first Zen boot camp together. Right there, we went from Malaysia, and then we were focused on how can we do that. We were in Singapore, and we had our greatest boot camp. And we started saying, what can we do? How can we make a difference? And that was 2 years ago. And to see her, she's making her emerald run now. She's a ruby, and she's about to go emerald. She will become diamond. And she is leading a movement that's even greater, because it's all about health. So Joanne, we are excited for your power. Please share. And she's going to share how she lives the program and what she does to build with Zen. Joanne, welcome.
Welcome, my friend.
Thank you so much, Mark. Oh my gosh, good morning from Singapore, right here to all my friends all around the world. And especially thank you to you, Mark. Before I begin, I'm going to just say that Mark has been so pivotal to me in my life and in my journey. He's like my American hero, Captain America. Okay, so here today, I'm going to share with you something like really close to my heart, and that's the power of Zen. I've been asked so many times, what is this you're talking about? What is Zen to you? I want to share something to all of you today. Now, Zen has been pivotal to me because it's not just a program or a movement, but it is a life changer for me initially. And then, oh my gosh, it has become a business game changer. So I'm going to share with you a bit of myself first, okay, how Zen changed my life. Can you imagine that there was a picture of me 21 years ago? I mean, these are pictures I wish I had burned, I swear, okay? But today, these are the pictures that reminds me of how I was and how I lived my life before. And I struggled with weight. It was a battle since I was 16. Today I'm a nutritionist, but there's something that I could never imagine. All my life, almost, 3/4 of my life, I struggled in a huge battle with my weight. It wrecked my health, my mental capacity. I was always struggling with my digestion, mood swings. And, how many of you can, resonate with this? When I ate, I felt guilty and horrible. When I didn't, I was miserable. I had very bad body image. And that, really, really was a struggle all through my life, right? So when I found Zen, it was like revelation to me. Now, what Zen is to me, number one, it's like what Mark mentioned earlier, apart from the education, it's about rediscovering food, right? And I love how Zen is. It's about living it, sharing it, and building it. Now, today, I know my goal and my aim here is to inspire all of you how you build a global movement, okay? So what I did from taking this, living it, sharing it, and building it, I used the 3P strategy. Now, I've been known in my circle of friends to be a Wikipedia for diets, right? So if I kind of like watch my food, people kind of think of me as, what diet are you from? What diet are you doing right now? But I want to share with all of you, it's not a diet anymore, but rather it is I choose my health over everything. So the 3Ps are pivotal to me. Number one, it's I plan. Now, we need to plan how we want to conduct our food, right? If I have meetings the next day, for example, I want to share with all of you. Now, plan. Where is your meeting? Are you eating outside? And in this COVID time, if we're eating at home, so we need to prepare our food. So if you're going to be eating out, for example, make a note where you're going to be at your meeting and find out what kind of food there is, right? So the first P is to plan. Second P is to prepare. Now, if you're going to be at home, what kind of food are you going to be preparing? And mark your day, what kind of agenda you have, and plan food prep. prepare, right? Plan to win with your health. And the last P is people. See, while you're living Zen, you really can share and build your business and build a movement. So now, if I'm going out with my friends and I'm going around this particular vicinity, I would tell my friends, hey, you know, can we have, you know, our meeting at this particular location, or have our meals at this particular location, because, you know, now share with them my health journey. I've decided, like what Mark said, draw the line in the sand and put my health as a priority, right? So now share with them. So when I meet up with them, guess what? I have a topic to share with them what I'm doing with my health. So you see how amazing the Zen movement is? You don't have to see results to build a business. You don't have to see results to share. And you know what? You can build a community of people around you now to then maybe jump on this bandwagon of choosing health over everything else. So why I love Zen? First, the education that we have, you know, like what Mark has shared, the amazing science behind the products as well as food, right? Number two, oh my gosh, the amazing community. Now, diets for me was a lonely, dark journey. But with Zen, we have a community that's always cheering us. And what, you know what? Life does get in the way. Life does get in the way, right? So the community that cheers us on and to be our corner man. So at the same time, we learn amazing strategies to eat and to win with our health. For example, how we order at restaurants, how we do meal prep, etc. So that's the Zen movement. But how did I take this entire Zen movement to a brand new level? So I used food. Why? Amazing. We all know food is a universal language. It breaks all barriers and it connects people, right? It transcends age, gender, culture, etc. As you can see from this picture right here, right? Every single of what I develop, food magic, always brings people home in the full belly and laughter. And you know what? It's my aim to show people that you can really make healthy food sexy. And that's the aim. We need to show people it's not about perfection, but small changes aim for progression over perfection. That's key. And that's why Zen is so amazing, because you don't have to wait for that detox moment or look at your calendar and say, look, I have no agendas, etc. It can start at any time of your life. And that's how amazing the Zen movement is, because it transcends culture, it transcends race, and it even at any stage of your life, right? Any stage of readiness to take your health to the next level. So with that, I not only build a local community, but a global community. As I said, food really connects people. So when I was in Shanghai, the same thing happened. Magic happened, showing people how to use food, rediscovering how small changes, small swaps can make a huge difference in your life. And it's not about a sprint, it's a marathon. Life is a process of rediscovering and understanding what health means to each and every one of us. And that's what this amazing Zen does. A global movement where food connects every single one. And that's why we have this food recipe from the globe, right? Everybody wants to know how we can take our health to the next level and what kind of recipes we can use. The small changes that really affect our lives, right? So from a small community, this COVID has been the game changer. I've taken this entire, movement online, building an online community. Now, Jeunesse has been a pivotal. Why? Because we are in 150 countries, right? And using this amazing community to show people that health matters and how food and how then can make a huge difference in your life and how the magic truly can unfold in each of our lives, okay? Now, top strategies for the win, how I have built a local and global community. Number one, we need to create massive Zen movement through really creative, exciting events, which I'll show you in a minute. Number two, duplicate, like what Dr. M just said, but duplicate health champs in every single community, no matter how small or how big. When they're the champs, they can duplicate this entire movement. And then with these champs, they can build strong support system for that community and be their corner man and be their cheerleader. So I'm going to just show you some highlights of what I have done example, through food. These are some of the events I've done, both online and on-site, like showing people who can use food that transcends all cultures or races, all different kinds of food, right? At the same time, going through different communities. Now, health pros, for example, now they are already dealing with people who have chosen health for various reasons, for weight loss, for health gain, all kinds of reasons, right? But they have an issue as well. They have difficulty educating their clients with nutrition. Bam! That's what Zen is, and that's what our community offers, right? It offers, number one, education, number two, amazing cutting-edge products, and number three, the community each of us needs to take our health to the next level. So I work with these health pros, not only with food, but with exercise, because health is about a lifestyle. And that's why we have Zenergize. So working with health pros is one of my other strategies of small communities. And the last one is, of course, the other small communities, for example, the Women's Wellness Network, the She community, even the moms, the parenting community, because everyone needs to know how to take their food to the next level, especially parents, because we're pivotal in shaping the food culture within our families, even for the aging community. And I've even given food magic talks to the insurance community. So all these small communities will then give birth to health champs, and will take this amazing health movement to the next level, and thereby making the amazing game changer in our Jeanette's global business. So with that, I want to say that each of us have that power to be change makers for tomorrow. So let's all be the change we wish to see in the world, and let's all take our health to the next level. Mark, back to you.
Joanne, I love that. I love the whole concept of taking your health to the next level. So, Joanne, I love you. She's coming all the way from Singapore, and that's really the power of what we're bringing. We talk about an online community. We talk about a social community. And Joanne's in Singapore, all the way around the world, and she's coming live to you at Expo. And that's what we've talked about. Taking this adventure, taking you on a food adventure, taking you on a health adventure all around. Don't go anywhere, Joanne. I'll be right back. So with that being said, what I really want to drive home is we did a poll in the chat. And I want to just say, we said, are you ready to take your health to the next level? Are you ready to take your Zen health to the next level? Everyone's saying yes. One person said no. I'm okay with that. But I want to speak to that one person. Look, when you think about where you are, we all have tough moments. We all have challenging moments. We talked about the plan, the products, the community. What are you fighting for? You understood from Dr. M about how to build a community, how to inspire people. Joanne shared the power of change, the power of you. I want to talk about 1%. Wherever you sit right now, if you're watching this and you're saying, Mark, I love the message, but I'm tired, I'm not ready. Or maybe you're saying, I'm all in. Something's going to happen in life that will derail you. Many of you heard the story that I couldn't speak when I was 7 years old. I couldn't form words. And my father, who my best friend growing up, and they wanted to hold me back from going into the second grade. And for me, it broke me as a 7-year-old. It's like, man, I can't talk to anyone. No one can understand me. How am I going to learn how to communicate? And my father went into my room, and he put a massive 1%. And he said, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but you can learn to get there 1% at a time. And what I focused on for 4 years was practicing my speech 2 hours a day, thinking about, how to form words, how to talk, how to communicate. And it took me 4 years, but I was able to start speaking with people. I speak around the world now. I'm speaking to you, but every word that comes out of my mouth, I have to think about, because I still have a speech challenge. I have to practice everything I say, but I got there by 1%. When I think of my wife, Abby, that picture you see of her there, she is my foundation. But in 1999, she had an injury. Someone fell into her neck, and she could barely walk throughout a year process, and she was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Every single day, she has to fight for her health. Every day, she wakes up in pain. Right now, to this day, every day, she struggles. Some days are good days, some days are bad days, but she fights. For 21 years, she fights. We have our amazing 15-year-old son, our 5-year-old baby girl, because she fights. When she's pregnant with Hunter, she came down with gestational diabetes. She eats clean. She lives healthy, but she has fibro. She has autoimmune challenges. But she fights. 1% progress. The bad days turn into great days. When I think of my son Hunter, 15, his dream is to be a professional soccer player. I've watched him since he was 5 years old train. 1%, 1% is the best he's ever been right now. Getting stronger, getting faster, focusing on 1%. Our 5-year-old on the autistic spectrum, Hope. For 2 years, she couldn't talk. She wouldn't look at us in the eyes. Now she talks all the time. Abby sent me a picture of her playing the piano today. It's starting to learn. She is my greatest teacher from the point of just loving life. All of this happened, my 1% story, Abby's 1% story, Hunter's 1%, Hope's 1%. You have a 1% story. It's only possible if you make a decision to fight for your health. Zen is an opportunity for you to learn. It's an education. But it's for you to decide, are you ready to take action? That no on that poll, you're not ready. I want you to ask yourself, when are you ready? When is your health the most important thing for you? Because that's what this movement is about. That's what our movement with Jeunesse is all about. It's about understanding that whatever you want, you can achieve 1% at a time. So that's going to wrap up our masterclass, everyone. If you've enjoyed it, I want you to type in 1,000 in the chat, and I want you to share how you're ready to draw your line in your sand and make this your moment to live your greatest health 1% at a time. Dr. M, come join me. Joanne Teo from Singapore. These two women have inspired me more than words can express, and I want to give a shout out to all the recipe contributors, everyone who makes a difference. And get ready, on Sunday, we have some Zenergized Power, live music, warm-up starts at 7:45 with Stephanie Sharpboard, yoga with Petra Smeltzer, and then we hit it hard at 8 a.m. But it's for everybody, moderate intensity or just running in place. Everyone, Joanne, you with me? From Singapore, from Orlando, Florida, virtual hug time, everyone. See you soon.